You yellows are little entertainers when it comes to, I just want to make everybody happy. Now, yellows on the downside, well, I don't know on the downside they can be kind of stubborn, sometimes to their detriment. Stubborn to stick with your principles and to accomplish something you believe in, that's one thing, but sometimes yellows can be very stubborn and not get on with it. They also tend to procrastinate. They have great ideas, but they don't always activate it. They don't always get on with it because they get insecure, so they don't live their dreams and visions a lot. A blue will put up with that. A blue will understand that because the blues are just the caretakers, so they're like big moms, and yellows are like big kids. And they're both very sweet and loving and kind and generous, so they can get along really well. The other downside of a yellow, however, is yellows often have a fear of commitment. Yellows, for example, about marriage, as long as the person's not totally available, yellows go, oh, hi, they flirt, do you like me? Do you think I'm cute? Look at how nice I am. Look at how sweet. I'm going to please you, please you, please you. And then as soon as somebody like a blue goes, yes, okay, let's get married, let's make a life together, the yellow pulls away and goes, well, wait a second, because sometimes to a yellow, marriage can look like growing old, getting stuck, getting bored, and dying. So yellows have to be with someone they can have fun with, that they can make laugh, that they can play with, or they can go be outdoors or get into sports or exercise. They need a partner that's a playmate. So if they've got that, they'll make a commitment because then it looks like life together is going to be fun and they can have fun for their whole lives. But if a blue gets, the downside of blues is they can get very needy and depressed and very like, you're never at home, you don't want to be with me. They can get very insecure and be martyrs and victims and, feel very, blues can often have abandonment issues. So if the yellow's off doing his sports or playing or wanting to go hang with his friends, the blues sometimes will take that very personally. So in power, meaning if they're both living their healthy sides, these are very, very compatible partners. It's if somebody's unhealthy and fear of commitment or an arrogance that we start getting into trouble. Or another really good example, because I see this a lot, unfortunately, is those yellows that are fun-loving and free-spirited, they just want to be happy. The downside of yellows, too, is they don't make money a priority. Yellows, it's not about money, so they can get money and it just disintegrates in their hands. Huh, Richard? We can just, yellow's just like, well, I had money. Where the heck did it go?
And a lot
of times they get involved with greens. And greens are the type A driven personalities on the planet. Greens like to accomplish. They can become workaholics. They really want nice things and nice cars and nice homes, and they're really driven to be in business and to have a lot of money. And if they marry a yellow and the yellow just doesn't have a clue about money and we're just out having a good time, those two colors are going to have a real hard time, because greens, when they're unhappy, boy, can they drive that home, and they will pound on a yellow. They'll like, when are you going to grow up, and when are you going to get a real job, and when are you going to, and yellows don't grow up. I mean, they can create, they can accomplish, they're great healers, they're great creative people, they're great sports people, they're great yoga instructors. They can accomplish great things, but can you imagine these sensitive yellows who just want to please and have fun and make everyone happy in a relationship with a green that their main focus is on money and accomplishing and getting ahead and getting educated and having nice things? After a while, a yellow's like, I'm not making you happy, and then neither one of the partners are happy.
Yeah.
Been there, huh?
Been there.
Been there. Don't want one of those again.
We don't talk much about the tans. Where do the tans fit in here? Because they have such a special sort of quality as well.
They do. And just real quick, greens are compatible with people like violets because they're both driven and they want to accomplish, or reds because those are powerful colors. So greens need partners that they can respect and accomplish things with, and they can both make a lot of money together. So greens, they have higher standards, but they can find partners that, can equal their power. Now, tans are, and there's four different kinds of tans. I see logical tan, environmental tan, sensitive tan, and abstract tan. Now, they can read my book or go on LoveColors.com and take the test. And by the way, LoveColors.com, right now is free. anybody can go on it. We just started, so anyone can go on and take the test and create a profile and meet friends or understand, watch all the videos. Right now it's free, so people might want to take advantage of it. We're probably going to start charging sometime in 2011, not sure. Anyway, TANs are the practical, logical, analytical, security-conscious people. So TANs like paychecks and secure jobs, and they're very methodical. They need to see the data, the logic behind things. I see them being accountants and bookkeepers and computer programmers and engineers, architects, anything where they are happy dealing with the details. Now, the positive thing about TANs is TANs have the patience to take care of all the details. They relish handling the details, where a lot of colors like violets don't have the patience for that. Greens don't have the patience for that. Violets go 150. Greens go 1, 2, okay, I got it 10. Let's go. Come on. TANs will do step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4. So it's great that we have TANs on the planet because they do figure things out that the rest of us go, I just want to see the big picture. I just want to be creative, and TANs are very methodical about getting things done. And the other good thing about TANs is when TANs do commit to a relationship, they typically commit long term. When they finally analyze it all, when they finally figure out this is what they want to do and makes sense, usually they plan on marrying for life. When I can hear people going, well, I'm sure the rest of them plan for life. I go, not necessarily. Magentas are not sure that they're going to. Magentas tend to like to get married just for the party, just for the fun, and they'll be married for, a month, maybe 2 years, and it's like, okay, next. So they're not always colors that plan for life, but TANs are stable and loyal and practical. Now, the downside of TANs is they can get very stuck in their patterns. They're very, very conservative and cautious with their money. They're not frivolous. If they go and buy a couch for their house, they want that couch not to just be pretty and lavish, which a green or a violet will like, because they like high-quality things. TANs like sturdy, durable, something that could last them for years and years and years, very practical, so it's not about lavish. And TANs can get very stuck in their ways. Usually, most TANs don't believe in things like what I'm talking about. They don't believe in psychic abilities usually, or auras, because, well, where's the scientific proof for that? Where's the practicality? Now, remember, Richard, most people have 2 life colors. So a lot of people listening might be yellow and tan, or they might be blue and tan, which is basically a sensitive tan. So it's usually a combination. But if you've encountered just a straight TANs, I can give you a clue if you've got a TAN. First of all, when they talk, they will tell you every detail of the story. They usually are not fast talkers. The fast talkers are the violets and the greens. They want to hurry up and get to the punchline. 150, let's go. Come on, I got things to do. Just tell me the punchline. What's the end of the story? Get to the point. And TANs are, well, I'm filling in all the details so you understand what I'm telling you. And TANs can get stuck in, this is the way I've always done it, this is the way I'm going to do it till the day I die. And TANs, especially logical TANs and environmental TANs, they tend to keep their feelings to themselves. They don't usually talk about how they feel. If you can get a TAN to talk about how they feel, they'll usually say, well, I think I feel. So blues, traditionally, like our parents, typically the blue mom got drawn to the practical, down-to-earth TAN because they knew they could count on them to always be there. They weren't going to abandon them. They were going to be providers because TANs will provide just very slowly and cautiously and with paychecks. And so the blue thinks they've got a great partner, and then over the years they get frustrated because blues want to discuss things about feelings and emotions, and TANs are not typically comfortable doing that. So hence a lot of divorces because the blue can't seem to connect with the TAN. Does that make sense? And we've all seen that, haven't we?
Yes, we have. And I'm laughing because I know that I have some tan in my colors.
Uh-huh.
And I believe that the tan part of me is the part that is able to do the setup that I